Hello, my beautiful thinking people. Welcome back to Advocation X and your host, Clyde Phillips. I have quite the topic for you today. Remember when Elon, oh no, maybe you weren't around then. Maybe you weren't even alive then. No, I'm sure you were. Anyways, Elon Musk started with the Roadster. And it went through a lot of growing pains. They realized that it was going to cost way more than they thought. And they had to go back to their people who had reserved a car and tell them they were going to have to charge them more than they were originally going to charge them. And they had a lot of pushback. They went through a lot of growing pains, but they got that car out. And it was only a limited number of cars that were produced. And it just allowed them to get the next round of funding and start on creating the Model S. Now, the Model S was voted the #1 car of the year and the #1 car of the year for 70 years. Out of all the cars that they determined were car of the year, the Model S took the cake. Now they're doing well. They brought in a couple of dollars from the Model S, and now they want to start with a much cheaper mass market car. So they start building on the Model 3. Unfortunately, it was an ambitious endeavor. And it was, what did he call it? Production hell. He was in production hell. Nothing was working. He tried to automate everything and it was having a hang of a time. His production hell persisted. But he never gave up and he never gave in. But he had an open mind and he gathered his knowledge. And what did he do? Out popped the Model 3, through a lot of criticism about panel gaps and this doesn't fit right and this and that. He had still produced one of the best cars ever to hit the road. And we went on. Elon Musk predicted by a certain period he would produce 500,000 cars. And he did. On time. I think he was shy like 4,300 cars for 500,000. Pretty accurate. I would say this man did his homework. But he didn't stop there. Then he decided, you know what? I'm going to produce a crossover SUV. And that's going to go along with these great vehicles I've done so far. So he created the Model Y. And the Model Y was to be the world's best-selling car. And he kind of predicted when that would happen. But he said it wouldn't be the #1 selling by numbers. It would be the #1 selling car by revenue. 2022, it was the #1 selling car by revenue of any kind. So then he went on to say, you know what? 2023, it's going to be the #1 selling car by units, not electric car of any kind, of any type of propulsion system. 2023, the Model Y has now been crowned the #1 selling vehicle in the world, bar none. The announcement came after Toyota reported their numbers. The RAV4 and the CR-V, I believe it's called, their two crossovers, together did not match the numbers of the Model Y. Folks, is this man a genius? Through all the hate and recriminations and garbage, he still maintains his level of genius. He still maintains his level of focus. He doesn't give in to haters. He just keeps moving forward. Model Y, #1 selling car in 2023. #1 selling vehicle of any kind, 2023. Folks, it's time. If you haven't made the decision yet, make it. I'm going to be putting out a video in the next little while as to all the reasons that you can tell your spouse, you can tell your partners, you can tell your friends why you made the jump so that you don't feel like a total fool. I will arm you with all the knowledge that your open mind can digest in order that you'll be armed to the teeth and able to justify your decision. But I can tell you now, just like when GPSs came out, and I said, no, I need one of those. And I went and got one because I saw the value. And everybody went, oh, come on, were you wasting your money? Why don't you just use your brain, use your memory? Everybody else does. We've been doing it for years. And I said, well, to myself, the world's a lot more complicated now than it was before. Having 4 or 5 streets that go one way, 4 or 5 that go the other way. Now you've got streets that are going in every direction possible. I bought the GPS. How many people do you know now go around without a GPS? Was I just ahead of the curve? Or do I have an open mind enough that I can see the value in what's in front of me? Okay, forget that. Then I went to Bluetooth. And what did everybody say? Oh, that looks so stupid. Every time we look at you, you're talking to yourself. And you know what I mean? We don't know who you're talking to. And you must be talking to yourself because And I said, I don't care. I can talk in private. It might look like I'm talking to myself, but there's somebody on the other end of that. People used to come up to me and they'd be talking to me, thinking I'm talking back at them, and then they look at me sideways. And I go, see? Yeah, I still use them. How many people do you know don't have a set of iPods or earbuds of some sort? Oh, was I ahead of the curve? Or did I just have an open enough mind to be able to see the value of what was right in front of me? One of those. Anyways, then we got electric vehicles out there. And I thought, that's a very good, novel idea. I like that idea. Electric cars. Wow. But I didn't run out and buy one because I hadn't done all the research yet. So I wasn't quite sure on what to expect. And then I heard about Tesla. And I went around telling everybody. Tesla was $47 a share pre-split. It has split now 5 and then 3 times. So might as well say 15 times. Multiply the share price today by 15. Can you imagine what that would be if it started out today? But it was at $47, and I told everybody, listen, if you have any money to invest, if you have an investment account, go invest in Tesla. And how many of you did? Congratulations. For those of you who were smart enough to listen to somebody who likes to be ahead of the curve. And then I decided when I saw the Cybertruck, oh my gosh, I gotta have that. It's electric. It'll be the last vehicle I'll ever need to own in my life. I'm ordering the Cybertruck. So I did. Oh, why would you order that? It's ugly, it's this, it's that, it's electric, whatever. And I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and it wasn't coming yet. And I finally decided, forget it. I'm not waiting. I'm going to go buy a Model 3, and when my Cybertruck comes, I'll trade in the Model 3, and I'll be happier than a pig in poop. So now, I own a Model 3, and I'm waiting for my Cybertruck. Was I ahead of the curve? Or was I open-minded enough to see the value of what was right in front of me? Folks, it's time. It seriously is time. You're not going to be able to get one now because the demand is so bloody high. Waiting lists are growing. Again, we're getting to that point again. They refreshed the Model 3. It looks gorgeous. They're going to be refreshing the Model Y sometime in the future. And then they're going to be coming out with new products. I'm telling you, folks, I'm open-minded. I see the value that's right in front of my face. So, go do your research. If you have any questions, ask me. I'll tell you everything I know. I'll help you to make an informed and smart decision. Having said that, hit the like button, subscribe, become a member, share this with your friends and family and everyone you know, and everyone you meet. It's that time, folks. It's the time for you to move forward and really show your stuff. I'm counting on you. I know you can do it. So, do me a favor. Stay safe. Stay healthy. And above all, stay as happy as humanly possible. And hey, till next time, love you all.